Hello and welcome. This is Craig from Calgary Hyundai. I would like to introduce you to our 2013 Hyundai Santa Fe SE with all-wheel drive. It's been CarProof Verified and has undergone our 152-point inspection and has been reconditioned as needed. It only has 93,065 kilometers. Some of its highlights include heated front and rear seats, panoramic sunroof, leather interior, backup camera, backup sensors, and much, much more. Let's take a closer look. To help protect against Calgary stone chips, the vehicle comes with the rock guard already on the hood, and we also have that on the front fender as well as on the mirrors. Back here on the other side, speaking of the mirrors, they are in fact foldable in both directions. As well as you can see, we have side markers to help people see you signaling from the front as well as from the side. The mirrors themselves are power, and they're also heated. There's no symbol for the heated mirrors. Hyundai doesn't do that. The wheels themselves are a 19-inch aluminum wheel. These are the factory originals. They're quite nice. The tires themselves are a Goodyear Insurance. They have lots of tread, so good for several more seasons. And you also get four-wheel disc brakes. On all four corners, we also have mud flaps, again to help protect against the stones that Calgary loves to put down on the roads. With the Santa Fe, you get a proximity key, so you can lock and unlock, of course, the vehicle, as well as a panic alarm. There's a real key hidden on the inside, and the great thing about that is if your battery's to die, you can still open up the doors, and there's in fact a lockable glove box you can use it for as well. On the inside of the driver's door, you have all of your controls for your window switches, including an auto down, auto up, as well as a lockout switch for the window switches for the passengers so they don't get hurt. There's additional storage down below here, plus a couple of extra speakers here, and that's for the 6-speaker audio system. Interior's in fantastic shape, no damage. This is soft touch materials, and that's a little bit higher end than you'd expect in the Santa Fe, especially at the price. You get lots of headroom in the Santa Fe. The Santa Fe is quite famous for how much space it has inside. The headrests, in fact, are height adjustable, as well as they can be adjusted forward and back. The seats are in great shape. They're leather. They're perforated leather for extra comfort, especially in the summertime. They're in great shape. There's a little bit of wear here, but that's normal for the age. The seat itself is a 12-way power adjustment. That's very important because a lot of vehicles only have 8 power adjustments. And what I'm pushing there is your lumbar support, and that's for people with bad backs. You also have, for extra comfort, to find a comfortable seating position, you have a telescopic as well as a tilt steering wheel. Lots of room in the back seat. You can see there's a nice large opening for tall people. A nice large opening for the feet to get in and out. Seats are in fantastic shape as well. A little bit of wear, normal wear and tear, no rips, tears, or burns. On the rear door, we in fact have buttons for rear heated seats, and that's for the outboard passengers. And then there's another speaker, part of the 6-speaker audio system, as well as we have some storage down there, including for a bottle. Up above, we have a sunshade blind, retractable as you can see. Combine that with the rear tinted windows that come from the factory. Rear passenger should be nice and comfortable. The rear seats are in fact adjustable. They slide back and forth, 60-40. However, what we have here is we have a center seat that comes down, and that allows you to put longer items, still having 2 people in the back. The seat in the Santa Fe, to maximize cargo space, in fact can go up 90 degrees, that you can see. Also, I'm going to move it all the way to the back. I didn't show you directly, but in fact that's about 11 different positions it can be set at for maximum comfort. Installing a child seat is quite easy. You have your top tethers here, part of the latch or the ISOFlex system. Plus you get the lower anchor, and that's located right there, and that's indicated by these symbols in 4 positions. So therefore you can put a child seat in any one of the 3 rear positions here. To maximize safety, the rear passengers get 3 headrests. They're all height adjustable, and the center one can be lowered all the way down, and as you can see, that helps with better visibility for the driver. Also in the center seat we have an armrest. You can see that it's kind of nice and high up, so therefore people can put their arms there and it's nice and comfortable. Material's easy to keep clean. It's padded as well. And you have a couple of cup holders. On the backs of the front seats, we have map seat pockets, and that's on both of them. And there are also, you can see on the backs of the seats, these are molded plastic for a little bit extra knee room, as well as it's easier to keep clean and reduces the chance of damage from people kicking it. You can see that we have a very large cargo area. I've left the seat ups to show you how much room you've got. It's nice and wide and tall, with a low lift over, and that's to hopefully save your back. Now, I wanted to show you something. There's a handle here. Whoops, there we go. See how that goes down? Yes, you can lower the seats right from the back here. Also on the side here, you can see there's a spot to put a seat belt so it doesn't get caught if you have any cargo. Now, if you want to hide some things away, we have places you can put a cargo cover. It's retractable, fits right there. To keep things secure, in fact, we have spots for a cargo net here, as well as a few more tie downs, allowing you to put up to 2 cargo nets back here, along the back as well as along the bottom. We even have some hidden storage here, that you can see. A few compartments, you can put things like washer fluid, you can put snow brushes, whatever, and this can come out to actually to clean it. It's additional storage right here. There's even a spot here for a fire extinguisher, a medical kit. Here's all your tools for all your spare tire, as well as the access to the spare tire. And one thing I wanted to show you, which I forgot, is you have a 12-volt plug-in as well. Plug-in accessories back here, like a cooler. Well, let's close this up. But before I do that, I wanted to show you something here. Here's the lens, and that's for the rear camera. We have a wiper that comes with the Santa Fe to keep your window clean, and also to keep the window clean and keep the dust off of it is the spoiler here, and that helps to move the air further away. So what would happen if you had to carry somebody quite tall? I'm going to show you something quite nice about the Santa Fe. That seat's all the way back. Yes, you still get leg room in the back here. The Santa Fe is a very safe vehicle. It comes with 7 airbags, including the curtain airbags for the first and second row. The side impact airbags right here in the seat for the front passenger and driver. Then this dual stage advanced airbags. And last but not least, we have a knee airbag for the driver. So on road tests, a lot of people want to check out how big the glove box is. And I'll quickly show you. It's a nice size. Your books are included as well. And the glove box itself is lockable. And also on road tests, people usually want to see how much storage there's in the armrest. We'll take a look. We have a smaller area for smaller items up front. Then we got a very deep and large opening and storage compartment for other items. The armrest itself's nice and tall, so it's easy to use, and it's a material that's easy to keep clean, and it's padded for comfort. There's also additional storage up front here. Of course, you have your mandatory cup holders, and then there's additional storage at the bottom of the console. And also on top of the dash, we have some additional storage, and it's rubberized, so items don't make a lot of noise when they bounce around. Get a very large panoramic sunroof with the Santa Fe. It has 2 buttons, one just for the shade, and then here's one to open up completely. See how fast it opens. See how deep the tint is well to keep everything nice and cool inside. Fully automatic, even the closing, it has pinch protection so that you don't hurt your fingers. All in all, I think you'll enjoy the panoramic sunroof. Let's start it up. There we are. System check. There we go. We got 93,065 kilometers on this Santa Fe. And this is telling me that the steering wheel is still turned off to the left. Now, the gauges themselves are quite easy to read, as you can see. Quite comfortable at night to drive as well. On the steering wheel, we have a number of controls for your convenience. For example, we have your audio controls here on the left, your cruise control here. This button changes the weight of the steering so that when you turn this, how heavy it is to turn. And most people do indeed have a preference. You also have your Bluetooth controls, as well as you have a voice control. And then you have menu as well as user settings, as well as your trip computer. For the trip computer, we have trip A and trip B, and they include your average kilometers per hour as well as elapsed time. And then we have your range, which is kilometers to run out of fuel, as well as your average fuel economy, as well as your instant fuel economy. For the menu settings, you have what radio station you're on, as well as your servicing info, user settings as well. I think one of the nicer features to have on this vehicle is voice control. Let's try it out.
Please say a command.
FM 96.9.
FM 96.9.
so you can change your radio stations quite easily. There's a number of other commands for your Bluetooth and for other things. That's all in the owner's manual, so take the time to read so that you can enjoy it. Also, we have in the screen here, we have our review camera. There we go. With the radio, we have MP3 capability with the CD player, so if you burn MP3s onto a CD, you can definitely play it. You also have XM satellite radio as part of the system. You don't need to purchase any extra hardware, so if you have a subscription or would like one, you're good to go. All of the controls are very easy to use. Even the touch screen buttons here we have, they're very easy to use as well. Down here below we have our climate control system. It's dual zone. It's very powerful. Heater and the air conditioner, I think you'll be quite impressed. Also, you can see right here we have a button. Now what is this button? Well, the thing about that is, in fact, it'll heat the windshield wipers, or I should say it heats elements underneath the windshield wipers, just in case they freeze and it's icy, therefore protecting the motor as well as the wipers themselves and saving you some money. Down at the bottom of the console, I showed you this briefly earlier, you've got a couple of 12-volt plug-ins for accessories, and you have a USB as well as an auxiliary plug-in for your smartphone or MP3 player. We have a couple of map lights here for you, as well as a sunglasses holder that some people in fact hide their garage door opener in. You also have an automatic dimming rearview mirror with a built-in compass. Over here we have lighted vanity mirrors. Works just like that, and you'll be happy to see that we have sliding visors, keep the sun out of your eyes, and also to help you against the sun. So you have a sunshade band right across, and also included is this here to protect your eyes, or to actually help you to see behind you as well when you're driving into the sun so that you can see in your rearview mirror. I also wanted to point out that you get automatic headlights with the Santa Fe, so you don't have to turn them on or off. To the left of the steering wheel, we have a few buttons. For example, you have your downhill assist, so you saves on your brakes going down a steep hill. Also, you have the traction controls button. You can turn it off, and the reason you do that is if you're stuck somewhere and need to be rocked out, the system won't be engaging. And if they do, in fact, engage while you're being rocked out, you can burn out the components. So make sure you turn it off. You have a lock button for the all-wheel drive system. It's fully automatic, though. With the all-wheel drive, you don't need to normally do anything. However, the great thing about this is if it was really slippery and you wanted maximum traction, push that button and you're good to go. Here's the heated steering wheel button, one of the nicer features, because if you ever had a heated steering wheel, you'll probably want one for every car you ever buy again. Then you have your active eco button. If you turn that on, that'll help to improve your fuel economy by up to about 7%. Let's go check the engine bay. There you go. Sorry for the wind. We do not have a prop rod that'll keep your hands nice and clean. You get a nice engine bay. It's very well laid out, and I'll show you what I mean. We have your washer fluid right up front. Cap won't fly back on you. You have your coolant right there, so you can check your levels with ease. You have a cover to keep the engine clean, very important. Fill up your oil right there. Use a regular 5W30. Check your engine oil, the levels. You have a brake fluid reservoir, air filter, you have your battery, an exterior fuse box among the many that are in the vehicle itself, and we have in fact a cord here for the block heater. And then the bulbs themselves are fairly easy to get to, so if you bring the car in for any servicing, that'll save you money because you don't have to take things off to get to it other than just remove the lights there. The motor is a very powerful 2-liter turbocharged motor for extra power in a smaller size. And of course, being a smaller size reduces weight, saving you on fuel. The gas direct injection that comes with the motor also saves fuel and gives you extra power as well. You'll also be happy to know that the engine has a timing chain, which will reduce your maintenance costs down the road, and of course, encourages long life and durability. I want to thank you very much for taking the time to view our 2013 Hyundai Santa Fe SE with all-wheel drive. It's a vehicle with lots of space, lots of power, and you know what? It's one of those vehicles that if you get into it, put your hand on the steering wheel, put your foot on the accelerator pedal, you'll probably want to take a long trip somewhere. If you have any questions or would like to book a road test, all you have to do is click or call at calgaryhyundai.com. We are Calgary Hyundai, Dealer Rater's 2016 Dealer of the Year for Hyundai in Alberta, where you always get excellent customer service and a great deal.